Hey guys, Jeff Wolfe here, SunWolfe Irrigation. One of the biggest calls I get on a regular basis is I've got a huge water bill and I think I may have a sprinkler leak. The sprinkler system for irrigation uses more water per day than anything else in your house. Showers, laundry, everything combined. So a lot of times that is the case. However, there could be lots of things leaking in your house. Toilets, automatic pool filters, or sprinklers. So we're going to show you a couple things where to start with the diagnosis of that. And where to start is right here, this water meter. This is a water meter box for, right here. We use a screwdriver. You can see we cleared it because a lot of times these get covered by rainstorms and granite covers them. So we're going to use this and lift this off here. And the first thing to check would be the water meter. If there's anything running in your house, make sure it's off to get an accurate reading. So make sure nobody's doing laundry or dishes or anything. So we're going to come to this water meter, and watch out for scorpions down in here, but we're going to clean it off a little bit, and you'll notice that that blue little marker there is called a low water indicator. They also come with a red triangle. If you see that spinning, there's some water movement and leaking on your property. Now, it could be something simple like a hose running. So again, it's really important to make sure your sprinkler timer's off. Make sure nobody's using laundry, doing dishes, taking a shower. So if all the water is off to your entire house, as far as nobody's using water, and that's spinning, we got a problem, and it could be anything. And now we need to try to diagnose, where the water's leaking. Is it sprinkler? Is it a toilet? Did somebody leave a hose bib on out in the backyard? And so we need to go around and try to discover where this water is going. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to go see why that's moving, because that spinning like that will add $100 to your water bill at least, maybe even more at the end of the month. So we need to get this figured out. So let's go do that. One quick note on water meters. The water meter we just showed you, which had a little blue low water indicator that was spinning, also come with a red triangle. Occasionally I've seen them a little yellow cross. But the brand new water meters that are coming out, especially in brand new subdivisions, they're actually LCD, liquid crystal display. And what you're gonna have to do on that is, unfortunately, they don't come with a low water indicator. You have to actually sit there and be real patient and watch the gallons, and you'll see the gallons slowly adding up. You'll see a gallon go by. It'll take 5 minutes to register. You'll see another gallon go by, and that's kind of your low water indicator. If you see gallons going by and you think everything's turned off on your house, that's another way to say, hey, I got water moving here. Let's try to figure out where this water's going. So just one more thing. All right, guys, we've discovered that the water meter is spinning, and we've checked everything in the house, and there's no water being used at the time as far as like laundry, dishes, and things like that. So the next thing to do would be to find the water source for the sprinkler system, the pressure vacuum breaker. Let's shut that off and see if the water meter stops spinning. So in this case, here's the vacuum breaker right here. It's a simple quarter turn. So we're going to turn that vacuum breaker off. That's the supply for the entire landscape sprinkler watering system. Let's go back to that water meter now and see if that thing's still spinning. All right, guys, we're back at the water meter. We have the vacuum breaker to the sprinklers turned off. Still making sure nobody's using any water in the house. That's crucial. A lot of times I'll be right in the middle of trying to test stuff and somebody forgets inside the house, starts doing laundry or dishes or something like that. So make sure nobody's using any water in the house. Sprinkler system has been turned off. So let's go back to this water meter right here and see if it's still spinning here. Simply pull that off, and look at that. The sprinkler system is turned off and the water meter is still spinning. So that tells us there's something leaking either between this line and the house, or something in the house or around the house, but not the sprinkler system. So let's walk around for a little bit and see if we can figure anything out. All right, guys, we've walked around this property, and what we discovered here is this garden hose has been left on a trickle. I see that a lot. People use the garden hose, or contractors or gardeners, to wash something off. Think they got it all the way off, and they really don't. That might not seem like a lot of water right there, but that's going to add $100, $200 to a water bill in a 1 month period. So let's go turn the water off to this hose all the way. Then we'll go back to the water meter and we'll see if that thing stops moving. All right, we've turned the hose bib off, which somebody had left on a trickle running. And we come back over here to this water meter, and lo and behold, it's not spinning anymore. So this is what it should look like if no water is being used on the property, but the water's on to everything. You should never see that moving unless someone's taking a shower, the sprinklers are running, or you have a leak for that matter. If that's still spinning, you need to check toilets, things like that. Go bad a lot, but we're not getting into that. We're focusing on sprinklers, but don't forget to turn the sprinkler water back on. We turned that off to do our test, and I see a lot of people that turn that off trying to figure things out and then forget to turn it back on. So we'll go back and turn that sprinkler water on now that we know that it wasn't the sprinkler system that was leaking, it was a hose that got left on. So I'm going to go back and turn that vacuum breaker on so we can run our sprinkler system. Okay, in this episode we have tried to discuss different ways to find out why you have a huge water bill. And we've used the water meter. That is our best friend on something like this. And we've gone back and forth. We've turned the sprinklers off, the water meter's still spinning, and we discovered a hose was left on. There could be other reasons, toilets, things like that. But the water meter is what you want to use to figure out why you have a huge bill. It's going to tell you if any water on the property is being used. So the water meter, in this case, is our best friend. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to us. We got a lot more good videos coming out on simple things you can try to fix in your sprinkler system and your water supply on your property coming up soon. All right? Thanks.